So I know that so many of you guys are struggling with exactly this. No views, no impressions, nothing of that. And that's exactly what I'm gonna show you guys in this video, exactly how to fix this, how to completely reset your algorithm, and what the main issues of exactly that could be. So with that being said, I would say let's get right into it. Just a very quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. I'm not a licensed advisor. No results or returns are guaranteed. Always do your own research and consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. And then for the people who don't know who I am, I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels. There at the back, you can also see my play buttons or some of them. And I've helped hundreds of other people do the same. For example, here Martins, we've helped to make $31,000 in one single month. Or here a different student, $12,000 in one single month. Let me just, okay. Or here a different student where we kind of blew up the account right away. Here a different one making 24K a month. So if you're interested in getting similar results, check out the first link in the video description. Book a completely free one-on-one call with me, and we'll just have a look if it would make sense for you to work with me or not, if I can help you to your goals. Then we have a completely free Skool community with a completely free course as well. Will be the second link in the video description. Make sure to join through the link, otherwise I will not approve you. Then I would say, let's get started with the video. So the first thing we have to do, right, if we face the almost zero view problem, we kind of have to identify the problem. We have to figure out why exactly are we not getting any views. We have to figure that out before we can do anything else, before we can do any kind of changes to the channel. All right. So in most cases, right, and this is now for 99.9% of cases, it's the niche. All right. Many people do not understand what a good niche looks like and how a bad niche looks like. All right. So let me just take you guys through the criteria of a good niche, just so you can double check this exact criteria with your channel. And if it does not fit, then you probably have a bad niche, right? And that the niche is the problem, right? Because even with a bad niche, it's going to look like you are completely shadow banned, all right? With a bad niche, you're going to have exactly this as well, all right? So very important to know that. So the criteria of a good niche is very simple. They are under 5 smaller channels creating content in that niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there's high demand and low supply, all right? You have to see YouTube as a marketplace, all right? YouTube and every marketplace has demand and has supply, okay? If there's no demand and you post videos, nobody's gonna watch them. But if there's demand and a lot of supply already, there's a big possibility that your videos aren't even gonna get pushed out to an audience, right? Very important. So we have to find an imbalance between demand and supply. There are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. Extremely important, because it's going to be, again, very, very difficult for you to compete against a channel that has 100,000 subscribers, that has YouTube's trust, right? Where YouTube knows this channel keeps people on YouTube, right? It would be dumb from YouTube to rather push out a small channel where they have no history with that channel, rather than a big channel where they know, like, hey, this channel makes us money, right? Then there are no smaller channels failing in that specific niche, right? No smaller channels failing in that niche, very important. The niche is not older than 6 months. Super important, because in most cases, if the niche is too old, it's in most cases there has channels failing and channels with over 100K subs. Then I can create better content than my competitors. Super important. Now this can also just be longer content, which we'll cover in a bit, right? Why this could completely kill your channel. Then, am I actually interested in this niche? This is not a must, as long as you build a team that actually has interest in the niche. Is the niche monetizable? This is something you can easily see with ElevenLabs, right? If we look at my personal brand, just as an example, you will see that ElevenLabs will clearly say that my personal brand is not monetized, right? If it's saying it's monetized, it's wrong. You will see here, I could apply, but I literally do not care enough about that. So you can see here, it is not monetized, right? So use ElevenLabs to have a look if a channel is monetized or not. I'll link it down below in the video description. It's like 13 euros a month. Plus you get a 20% discount when you use my code, all right? And then a huge bonus if you can post long videos. because then obviously, you make more money. Very important for everyone. Do not rush the niche research process, because this is what I see with a lot of people and why a lot of people fail. They rush it and they fail. Give yourself enough time to do niche research and do not rush the process. So the first thing I want you to look at is with your channel. Does your channel does your niche fulfill this criteria? Have a look, right? I promise you, for 99% of people, this here alone is gonna solve the problem. I know I cover this over and over and over again, but for many, many people, this is gonna solve your problem. Then, next thing, your videos are trash. You have very bad video ideas. What many people do, right? So let me just pull up one specific channel very quickly. I just want to show you guys an example of what many people do when it comes to, for example, choosing their video ideas and all of these things, right? And why people are struggling. So let's say, for example, we want to go into this, or let's say, let's just say we're using, which niche can I use? Let's say we want to use this niche. Might not be the best. No, it's not the best one. Let's say we want to use, let's see this one, how this one is looking. No, I need a good example. Let's say, for example, this niche here, right? Perfect one. If you're choosing video topics, right? Why is my internet so slow? Can someone explain it to me in the comments, please? Okay, so what many people do when they choose video topics, and my internet is extremely slow, I don't know why, but this is probably the bad side of living in a third world country. Surprise, surprise. All right, so what many people do is they literally come here to most popular videos, and I literally do not know why my internet is so slow. I'm about to rage. All right, here we have it. So most people will come to the most popular videos and will first recreate these exact videos right here, right? So they will go ahead and create these videos. The problem with this is these videos are already old, right? And as we have supply and demand with video topics, we have the exact same thing with as we have supply and demand with niches, we have the exact same thing with video topics. And many people forget that, right? So they will recreate these videos, and the problem with that is that everyone recreates these videos. So what we rather want to look for is we rather want to go to latest videos, so to the newest videos on this channel. My internet is still very slow. And rather choose outlier videos that are very recent. Like for example here, this one. This is a recent outlier that we can choose and we can recreate it with a little spin, all right? So make sure that your video topics fulfill supply and demand as well. Do not pick video topics that are already super, super old, because in most cases, these topics will be saturated already, or these kind of video ideas, okay? Very important. Then, here we have it. There is not just supply and demand in niches, but also in video topics, which most people skip, all right? So sometimes you have a really good niche, but your videos just don't get any views. It's in most cases because of this, all right? Now, just have a look into this when you pick video topics. Have a look at how many people created videos on that topic already. All these things you always just want to have a look at, all right? Then your videos are not long enough. As I've already explained, you don't need to create better videos, you just need to create longer videos. So if I would, for example, go ahead and recreate this video, I would make my video 1.5x longer, right? So my video would be like 16, 17 minutes long, right? Reason for that is very simple. You guys have to remember that YouTube wants to make money. How does YouTube make money? When people stay on the platform. Now, because of that, YouTube is automatically going to push out the video that keeps a viewer on the platform for the longest period of time. So if your video is 10 minutes, right, and you get an 80% average video duration, that's 8 minutes of average video duration, okay? If your video, let's say for example your competitive video is 20 minutes, and this person gets 50% average video duration, that's still 10 minutes, which means this video will by far outperform this video here. All right, so make sure that your videos are long enough so YouTube actually sees the worth in pushing out your videos to a larger audience. All right, then your video packaging is literally just, it sucks, right? This is also something I see with a lot of people. So they will, for example, go into this niche and try to create like a Mr. Beast style thumbnail kind of thing, right? I don't know why many people, and it's Completely normal. Same thing for me. We always want something new. But why do we always want to reinvent the wheel? We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We literally do what the viewers are already used to click on. Okay? The audience is already used to click on these kind of videos here. So you just go ahead and you create a similar style of thumbnails as, for example, this channel. And to make sure that your thumbnail and your titles are good, what you can do is you can create your thumbnail or your title, right? And you paste it over a thumbnail on this channel. And you go to someone that you know, you show them the channel, you ask, or the screenshot, and you show them like, hey, or ask them, is something looking off? Which is the video that's looking off? They will literally look for it, right? And if they don't notice it, then you know that you have a good thumbnail, all right? So thumbnails and titles are gonna make or break your channel. Super, super important. Make sure to not reinvent the wheel. Make sure to do something that has already, or that is already proven to work. Then last thing is that you have a bad channel. Now, guys, shadow bans are 100% real, right? Happens, but it's not the end of the world. How do you see that you have a shadow ban? Very simple. If you have like almost 0 impressions, as we see here, right? If you don't really get any impressions. Now, super important is that you also look at where do the impressions come from, right? And that you give it time. So I, for example, here, it's now just 24 hours. It's a brand new channel that I'm, where I took the screenshot, but you want to give it time. Give it at least like 10 videos and 15 days. And if you still don't have any impressions, like if, for example, this, then you have a bad channel and you want to delete these videos and post them to a different channel. Something where you can also see, right, that you have a bad channel is if your views are coming from search or external something, right? You want your views to come from suggested and browse features. That's where you want your views to come from, because then you know that YouTube is actually pushing out your videos. All right. Now, before I show you guys how you can reset your kind of algorithm, let me very quickly remind you guys that, if you're interested in working closer with me, check out the first link in the video description. Book a completely free one-on-one call with me, and we'll have a look if we can help you scale up to like monetization in like 20 days as well, or here $4,000 a month, or here, $18,000 a month. If you're committed, no doubt, right? We'll get you there. So make sure to book your call with me right now, and let me quickly show you guys how you can reset your algorithm. So what you do is, algorithm. So what you do is you go to your channel, you come here, right? Then you come here down to permissions, all right? So in most cases, you will have to opt out of YouTube permissions, right? So you opt out of this, and then you have the chance to kind of move this channel to a different email address. And why this works is very, very simple. So we do this and we move it to a different email address that has been, active and used by a family member or even yourself for a very long time. I wouldn't recommend you to go ahead and kind of create a brand new email address. I would rather go ahead and move your channel to an email address that has been used for a few years already. Why? Because then the YouTube algorithm, the whole YouTube system automatically knows that, hey, it's not a bot behind this channel, right? And because of these bots and these AI content farms, that's in most cases why these channels or why new channels aren't being pushed out. So try these things. Let me know in the comments which of these things helped. Whoops, what am I doing now here? All right, there we are. Completely turned off the video. All right, but in most cases, guys, it is gonna be the niche. It's in most cases not gonna be the channel, all of these things. In most cases, it's not the channel. 99.9% of the time, it's not the channel, especially if you have never gotten anything banned or anything like that. Most cases, it's the niche, all right? With that being said, make sure to book your call, and then I'll see you guys in the next video.